Testing, testing. Yeah, we should be good. We should be good. What's up, guys? Welcome to this nice Tuesday morning. Nice Tuesday morning. So far, guys, it's the only limit order that I have here is on GU. Um, I would have had one on EU too if it would have broke this high, but we didn't get the change of character. So, no change of character, no trade, unfortunately. So yeah, GU only limit order that we have so far. Going on to this week, but AU looks okay. Big range here, guys. You guys know I don't like ranges, but I do see this market giving a nice distribution, so we can start seeing this bearish price action start coming in and finally coming down to fill up some of these gaps right here, especially this one that's looking at right there. So AU doesn't look too bad. It's just you guys can kind of see we're in a range at the moment, so you really want to be careful with that. And even then, if I zoom into the price action, I'm not really seeing anything that I would even want to take a trade off of here. We swept liquidity here. We gave an impulse to the upside, came back lower. Didn't even respect that manipulation because that manipulation didn't create a new high. So that is not a strong manipulation. All right. You guys know how the concepts go. Right, we need the break of structures, we need the change of characters, we need the market to actually show movement behind these manipulations, the accumulations, everything like that. All of these require movement to actually show that the market wants to move. Let's see. Also this week, we don't have that much news. We do have CPI for the pound, which is going to be something I'll look forward to for the pound pairs that I'll be looking at. After that, we just have a lot of flash services, lots and lots of flash services for Euro, USD, pound, just a lot of that. We do have core retail on Friday, which is something that can give us a little bit of movement, but we don't have any major news this week, guys. We just have, you know, small things going on. So nothing big that we have to, you know, keep in check. I mean, flash services, right, guys, you know, they don't really cause too much movement. We'll get into crypto later. I actually want to talk about some crypto here and some things that I'm invested into and what I'm looking to invest into. So we'll get into that later. But let's see. Let's cover these Forex pairs before New York Open because I do want to trade indices this morning. I do want to get into some indices trading and you guys can kind of see. We'll talk about that when that comes on. I'll just get into that later, but let's talk about Forex and what we're going on. And as we're doing this, guys, if you have any pairs that I'm not looking at, please let me know. All right. I wouldn't say I trade a specific amount of pairs. I really just trade any pair that looks clean. All right. You guys know I'm a setup specialist. I'm not a market specialist. So as long as the pair looks clean and there's a setup, I'm gonna trade it. Right. It doesn't really matter. This is just what I have right now. These are just standard pairs that I just usually look at on a week-to-week basis. But like I told you guys here, AU, not really looking for anything today on AU. We don't really have a setup here and we're in a range. So it's kind of like two things going against what I'm looking for. And we're just not going to waste our time with AU, but doesn't mean that we can't still analyze it. I do think we are going lower. I do like this huge distribution here that we have. It's just a huge range. You can kind of see the market is struggling to push higher past this range. We're always coming back into the middle. We're always coming back into equilibrium. So that's telling me that sellers are just manipulating highs, potentially until we get this change of character, right? We're forming all of this support down here. So that's basically what I'm expecting towards the downside. All right. USD CAD. I like USD CAD, guys. What I want to see here on USD CAD, I want to see some shorts. I like all of this liquidity here that we're forming, but you guys can see this accumulation here did not create a new high. So I'm not going to be buying from this accumulation, guys. In order for us to confirm an accumulation, it has to actually create something, right? Just because we have the accumulation doesn't mean the market needs to bounce off of it. But I do see that we do have liquidity, which is great. What I wanted to see on this is for us to just continue lower with some more impulsive movements. Like, let's say we break this low, and I was going to take some shorts to cover this 4-hour gap right here, right? Just to kind of fill this gap right here. We have a lot of space in between this, as I mentioned in the market analysis. That's basically what I'm looking for here on UCAD. The only thing that really changed my mind here is if we get a very, very quick turnaround towards the upside, right, with a nice impulsive movement. If we see that, yeah, that'll change my mind, and I'll possibly take this higher to take out this high. You can see we're already rejecting off of a 4-hour gap here. So that's why I'm expecting this to maybe continue a little bit lower, just because that accumulation that is showing buyers, it's just showing buyers are not super strong right now. Okay, so we'll see what happens there on UCAD. UCHEF looks a lot better. We have a nice demand zone here that I'm waiting for the market to get into. Once we do get into this demand zone here, I will be looking for buying opportunities. It is a 4-hour candle, just a 4-hour wick that filled this imbalance and mitigated this previous area. So let me go ahead and add an alert. I'm surprised I did not have an alert here. It's crazy. So once we do get into that demand zone, I will be looking for buying opportunities. If we don't tap into that area, guys, you guys know we need to at least break this high, right? We need to see the market start breaking towards the upside. If the market just kind of just does not go past this low and we just start breaking higher, then we'll start looking for our buying setups towards the upside. All right, but I would very, very, very like this market to just tap into here, and then we'll start looking for our buying opportunities. UJ as well. This should be changed here. I think I changed it. UJ looks nice. Just kind of explaining the structure here from our last high that we had from here. Well, let's just start from over here so you guys can kind of see the whole picture. We'll start from all the way over here. Boom, high to low, high to low, high to all the way to the low, and then we just invalidated it. So we broke that structure, and order flow here is going towards the upside. So structure and current order flow is following along. That's where we got this fibs right here. So you can see we're in the discount of this order flow here. So this is why I'm actually looking for buying opportunities. We tapped into the 71, pretty nice. We did fill some gaps right here. You guys can see we filled all of this price action. So I do think that we can go higher from here. I want to see the setup. All right. I do like the fact that we swept these lows here. You can see we have a nice London manipulation right there. So we have a manipulation. We're following structure. We have a manipulation. We need an impulsive move, which we don't have pretty clearly right now. I do see that we have some impulsive candles, but we need some more stronger candles. We do have an imbalance, but that's not confirmed until we break these highs. So we just need a little bit more. We need a little bit more rules here to the side. I know you guys can't see it, but when it does confirm, I will show you guys that. But we need some more rules here. I like where it's at. I'm looking for buys on UJ. We're not taking anything until this high gets broken, though. All right, we need that breaker structure. We need the market to actually show that it wants to go higher. We're not just going to predict that. I don't have a valid demand zone inside of here for me to just take a limit order off of, guys. Sorry, we just have liquidity down here. So I can see the market come a little bit lower, and we do not want to be part of liquidity. Also, we don't want to be buying the market in the middle of nowhere unless you want a 185 pip stop loss and target the high. You can do that as well. If you just want to follow structure like that, that could be a trade. You are following structure, you are following order flow. So if you just want to take a swing opportunity like that, go ahead. All right. There'd be nothing wrong with that. That's just not what I'm looking for. So gold, let's see, and my alarm is about to go off here in a second for New York Open. Just forewarning you guys. But gold. What do we speak about on gold? Order flow, right? From this low to this high, we have this bullish leg. All right. Now, for that bullish leg, here is the fibs. Boom. There's the fibs here. And look where we tap into. We tap into the 71. Boom. After the market taps to 71, we get a nice impulsive move towards the upside. So I'm still looking for buys on gold, right? I told you guys, wait until we get this pullback. There goes that alarm. Boom. Wait till we get this pullback here into that 71 and wait for the impulsive move towards the upside. We're seeing that right now. We have nice trendline liquidity. We have a nice gap. So if you're trading gold and you're scalping gold, I would be looking for buys until we come up here and fill this gap. After that, I could possibly see a small reaction back to mitigate whatever was here and for us to continue higher, right? That's just a linear movement. That is the most optimal thing here that we're going to look for here on gold, just because we wanted to respect the structure. All right, so that is an easy opportunity here. If you are looking for longs on gold, I would just look for longs to fill this gap right here. Be a simple trade. Okay. Let's see. GJ is also in a demand zone. So GJ can actually go lower past this area if it wants. It doesn't really matter to me. We have a huge leg towards the upside. You can see that structure as well has been broken, right? We have 4-hour high here to the low, and we just invalidated that structure. So structure is aligning, and we have order flow aligning just like UJ, and we're respecting right now a demand zone. All right, so because we're inside this demand zone here, I'm looking for a buying opportunity. My rules is not here yet. My checklist has not confirmed itself yet, but I am looking for buys on GJ. CAD-J is going to look similar. We pulled back very deeply though on CAD-J, so you guys can already see I already have the breaker structure aligned. We're just waiting for these JPY pairs to break towards the upside, show the setup. So I am looking for, mainly on JPY pairs, I am looking for longs. CHF JPY is not as clean as the rest, so it doesn't have that much analysis as the rest. But if it does come up with the setup, CHF JPY is just a bullish market for me. So when it does create a setup, I will look for something, but it's just not as clean. I believe GJ, CAD-J, and UJ are the better ones to look at the moment until this, just forms some better price action. We are bullish. Market cycle is bullish. We're seeing accumulation. We're seeing reaccumulation. We're mitigating those areas and we're pushing higher. So I can see this as another accumulation towards the upside. But until we actually, get that push, we're just speculating at the moment, right? We don't want to be anything. There's nothing certain right now. Okay. Let's see. ACAT is pushing aggressively towards the downside. That is amazing. Once we get this change of character, I'm going to be looking for shorts here on ACAT. We're respecting this area. We're respecting this leg. So I will be looking for shorts on ACAT. Okay. Maybe something like this. Hopefully we just get something like that. And then we could just take this sell right here towards the downside. Maybe. And then we could target all of this liquidity down here. We'll just remove that change of character. We'll just target all this liquidity down here. Boom. All right, let's get into GCAD. What are we looking for here? So yesterday I told you guys I like GCAD for longs, and I love GCAD to take it higher because we haven't validated this high and we're following structure. The only problem is there's a pool of liquidity down here. Remember, I told you guys we do not want to buy in an area where there's a pool of liquidity. This is just setting yourself up to get wrecked. All right, you're setting yourself for failure. So we came down here, we feel the imbalance. There was no manipulation here, so we just have liquidity sitting underneath here. So I'm really going to expect this market to just continue lower and take out this liquidity. I really wish there was an opportunity for me to sell this. I like this impulse and move lower. This could be a low level supply zone, potentially, right? That's not something I would take a limit order off of just because my bias is to take this higher. So nothing crazy here on GCAD. eChef, I don't like eChef at the moment. We're in a big range. That's why it's in red. So let's get into these indices. Let's see what's going on today. So what do I want to take? I'm kind of just scanning everything real quick, guys, just trying to see where everything is at. All right, so what I'm looking for here today We swept these highs. Now, this market has been bullish, right? This market has been bullish. Yesterday, we tapped off this 1 hour here. We're pushing higher. You guys can already see, I already had this marked out earlier. This 30-minute imbalance here is what I'm looking for us to come into at the moment. Once we get into that area, I will see what the market gives, if we get a rejection, if we get a reaction, if we break through it, whatever the case may be. But this is the main area that I'll be looking into for the market to come into. Yesterday, we just got a huge impulsive move towards the upside. We took some aggressive entries yesterday, but today we're going to be a little bit more patient because you can kind of see the market is not as aggressive as it was yesterday. So I do think we can come lower for this morning. We don't have any 5-minute gaps formed just yet. Macro is not even opened yet either, so I'm gonna go down to the 1 minute. Let's get this open here real quick. All right, open. Open. Yeah, started looks good. Open. Reason why I say that is because US 30, you can kind of see this 30-minute is, that's not a 30 minutes. I think it's a 15. Yeah. Definitely a 15 from yesterday. All right, the reason why I said that on US 30 today is because we have this 30-minute right here. As you guys can see, we already swept Asian lows. We swept these lows. We got this impulsive move, and we got this 30-minute gap that was just kept here. You guys see that the fact that we didn't reject off this gap and we invalidated this gap is giving me a reason to look for sales. Now, the thing that I want to see is I want to see if we continue seeing those impulses lower, right? If we continue seeing those impulses lower and we see more gaps, we will take the sell, and we have a nice, like just huge area of just for the market to go lower. Because honestly, I can see this market coming all the way down here, or at least taking out this low, and by then we should already hit our profit target. Have highs here, we have lows here. ES and NAS could just come here and sweep Asian lows and go higher. If we see that as well, we can look for longs there too. So yesterday. So if we just sweep Asian lows today and we go higher, we can take NAS towards the upside. It looks like ES we might have some SMT today as well. Might. We'll see. 15-minute. If we get a body closure up here, I'm gonna start looking for longs. Most likely on ES though, just because ES is currently, if we do get that. So US 30 might not be the trade today. I'll take US 30 if today's a shorting day, right? If we go lower today for the overall day, I'm probably going to take US 30 just because we have nice liquidity down here and we have this imbalance. If we go higher today, I'm going to take XPX, which is called ES, because we'll have some divergence, as you can see here, between the NAS here. We swept the lows here, and ES did not sweep the lows, which just that just means that ES is the leader at the moment, and there's more buying pressure on ES right now. So if we do get that push higher and validating this high, we see a gap, we'll take that towards the upside and just target this high, and we'll target this 6,000 up here, which is basically this high right there. Boom. And then we have a daily gap up there as well. So we'll see. In the meantime, while we're chilling here, waiting. Yeah, NAS looks good. Yes, definitely might be the move today. Just need that gap to form. It has to be a 5-minute gap. While we're here trading, what's your strategy? I trade 2 strategies, bro. I'm 2 different traders. So I am a futures trader and I am a Forex trader. I have a different strategy for my Forex pairs, and it's basically supply and demand. Supply and demand, I use I use smart money, I use Wyckoff, I use liquidity, I use supply and demand. But you can just call it supply and demand because it's all kind of technically the same. But it's mainly supply and demand. I'm just gonna say that. And then for futures, or you can call them indices, I use ICT, which is basically just fair value gaps. It's basically the same thing because I use structure and I use Wyckoff on here as well, but my entry techniques are different here. It's mainly based off ICT concepts for the entries. My analysis on here, I use my own analysis that I already use on the pairs as well. So I kind of analyze it the same way, I just enter a different way. So yeah, it's just 2 different traders. I trade 2 different strategies between these 2. This is more of a day trading strategy here, and this is more of an intraday / swing. It can be a swing trading, but it's not really swing. It's really intraday because most of the time I'm out of my trades by like maybe the next day or so. Okay, so CAD Chef, I don't even think I went into CAD Chef, bro. I went into CAD J. I think that's what I went into, but I don't think I went into CAD Chef. What are you looking for on CAD Chef? Let me see. Let me turn down this music too, man. Oh, nah, bro. I'm not looking for anything on Cat Chef, but just looking at it right now. Let's go to the daily time frame. Let's see. Bearish, of course. All right, that's all we need to know on the daily time frame. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay, structure is also bearish on the 4-hour time frame from this high. Boom. 4-hour time frame is bearish to this low. We're just now pulling back. We're pulling back into premium pricing here, and we're getting a distribution. You can already see the story. Klein, it's the same story here. We have a lot of liquidity underneath these lows. I would definitely look for selling opportunities. That's going to be your prime. At the moment here, we're not seeing that, though. As you can see, we're still kind of respecting this internal price action from this low to this high, from this low to this high. So, I mean, if you want to be safe, you can wait for the change of character. But you're a little bit more experienced. You can kind of find your way to get like a premature sell here. But majority, I would look for sells. If you want to counter trend this, you still can, since we are sweeping lows here. As you can see, we are sweeping Asian lows right here. We are getting that break soon. We do have imbalance. We do have impulse. We have the accumulation. So, hey, Look at your strategy. If all the rules align, technically you can take this long here. We're still in this bullish order flow. So if you want to take like a just a low quality or a low probability setup, go ahead. But higher time frame, I would look for shorts. All right, let me see here what's going on. Keep a close eye on these. Let me text Klein. Not Klein. Let me text CeeLo real quick. See what he's got going on. Today might be a no trading day for me on futures. We'll see. We have a lot of time to go, but just by how the price action is going at the moment, every morning I say that and then I end up getting into a trade like later on. But the earlier we get into a trade, the better. Because the later I get into a trade, the more the market goes into late New York, and I do not like holding trades late New York. Bearish day potentially. Bearish day, bearish day. Nice sell to the downside here. Invalidating this. Be breaking this low right here. Where's the impulses? Where's the imbalances? That's what I need. I need to see that sellers actually want to take this down. When I see the market wicking and struggling like this, it doesn't convince me that we want to go lower until we actually see the bearish impulses. I'm going to just delete this gap, but I want to know that this is here. We will remember that that's there. And we failed to sweep the lows and go higher, which we've done that here, here, here. So the fact that we're not doing that today is another reason why I'm thinking about taking this lower. We're going lower right now. Great. Great, 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 great. 15-minute, nothing. 30-minute, potentially. S&P pushing lower. Okay, so this was not the manipulation of the day. All right, to the gaps we come. Some big ass area to fill. Lots and lots and lots of gaps here. Let's just, I'm just mark out the important ones here. Keep that there. I'm gonna kind of keep these highlighted just in case. Yes, it's not as clean. We're not even getting any 1 minute gaps. Our last 1 minute gap was right here. If the market even comes back this far, we're going higher. So we will see. DXY, dollars weakening, NVIDIA, what's going on today? Where are we at? We came into a structure point, I see. Today very well might be a bearish day. Structure point here. Delete that change of character. I mean, overall, long term, I do see us breaking this high, but we could get a small pullback, maybe back into equilibrium right here, and get another push to the upside, right? Apple, still haven't even broken this high yet. Salesforce, we're looking pretty good. We're still inside demand. Okay. Go to the upside here. Coming lower, coming lower, coming lower. Back into discounted pricing. Let's get back into discount and we'll look for buys down here. I would have loved to take the shorts lower, but I need to see the imbalances to take shorts, guys. I need to. And we're starting to get some right now. Another 3 more minutes. Macro just opened. Okay. Here's the 15-minute candle high. I'm going to keep that there just in case market gets close to that. This could have been a bigger sweep than we expected. Which is very nice. Took out these lows, took out those lows. So both of them swept these lows now, so there's not really any, well, we didn't sweep these lows. There's a little bit of divergence. I would still take ES today. A little bit of divergence. That's what we love to see. We're probably going to take these to the upside. Whichever one is cleaner. Whichever one gives us the best setup. Upside or downside doesn't really matter. Whichever way it goes, we're going to take the trade. All of them has now swept Asian lows. So now it's just down to whoever wants to set up, whoever wants to be the cleanest one today. Nice manipulation. Go to the 1 minute here. We have a nice. Yeah. Nice imbalance here. Nice imbalance here. I just need a 5-minute imbalance. I don't trade 1 minute imbalances, guys. I just don't do it. It's just not worth it for me, personally. Too much risk for a 1 minute imbalance. Make sure I'm on the correct account here. Last week I accidentally took a trade on the wrong account. It was a winning trade, but it was the wrong account. It was the wrong account. All right, yep. Now it's just patience, guys. We'll see what happens here. Let's get into some crypto, man. Let's talk about some crypto. What is going on here in the crypto markets? $110. Bitcoin's gonna hit this. I'm not sure. Um, let's say by the end of this week, we'll probably be at 110. I can see us breaking out a little bit more, probably 120 before we start coming back down to like 100K. And then from 100K, if we see the market is bouncing and we're accumulating, then I can see us just taking off from here. If we do not bounce from here, we're not accumulating from here, then we're definitely going to come back down to like 90K, 88K before we get that next push. All right. But definitely a nice uptrend. Ethereum was a good investment down here. Have nice highs right here at 4K. I can see Ethereum getting back up here. And then another one that I'm into, Solana. Right, Solana. Came down here under $100. This was like easy entry for Solana here, down here. Pretty nice. Pretty nice. AVAX is also good as well, right? Just dumpster prices here. Just dumpster prices. Need my Forex pairs to come cleaner, man. I need cleaner movements from you guys. That's what we like to see. That's what we like to see. I still want this high right here. You guys have any questions? Are we just chilling here? Please let me know. Like I said, the only thing that I'm in here today is GU. And if GU doesn't even come down here, guys, I am seeing another potential setup here that we're forming today. We have a nice sweep of Asian lows. Boom. So we have a nice sweep of Asian lows. If we just continue higher and we break this high, I'm just going to take a trade here instead. All right, I'm going to take my trade there. So, I will keep that in mind. Let's put that right there. Put a nice alert. Continuation. And if we actually do break that high, that means EU most likely will give us a setup as well. As soon as we break this high, guys, on EU, as soon as we break this high on EU, I am going to be buying the living shit out of this market. Literally. We just have easy liquidity. You say you're back testing something right now? What type of strategies? Are we talking about day trading, intraday? Go ahead and share it to me. Of course, it's when I get onto the stream. that these futures or these indices wants to be intraday. Okay. We're moving so well last week. Well, yesterday was moving so well. Can't expect it every day though. Trust me, I am not mad. I am not mad or upset at all over a no trading day. No trading day is a profitable day. Hey. I know people are looking for this right now. They're probably it's not a bad trade, but I know people are taking this right now. The London sweep with this gap right here. I know it's happening. I know it's happening. It's not a bad trade, but it's just not what I'm looking for, guys. It's not what I'm looking for. It's nice, but you said it actually works best. Yeah, go ahead and send it to me in Discord. Even Cello is not looking for anything. It is kind of choppy. Expecting buys though. I don't know if he's in the call, but I'm expecting buys. This guy in the Discord be spamming trades. I used to do this, but I can't do this anymore. I was able to set up a sniper you this morning. Clear renovation lows. Nice. I'm gonna show you guys. Hold on. I'm gonna just show you guys this. I can't do this anymore. I used to do this. Just spam markets early on. In trading. I can't do it anymore. I'd get way too ahead of myself. Probably lose a lot of money doing that. Doesn't mean it don't work. Definitely works. Just taking advantage of an A setup. Depends on the context for that. Come on. I'm seeing the accumulation here. It looks like we do want to go higher. Come on, let's just get the pushes. Let's get the pushes. Let's get the imbalances. Let's take off, please. I like this here. 5 minute, please. Hold this 5 minute. NAS and ES are looking good too. It's just they have 1 minute imbalances that I'm not looking into right now. We need 5 minutes. 5 minutes. Okay, trading view. Lock in. Yeah, go ahead and share that to me. You can DM it to me. There goes our 5 minute. Okay, there goes our 5 minute. Any other pairs anybody looking at? Nobody has like a great pair this morning. I am in need for a nice setup on Forex. Last week, the markets played around. We are in need for a great setup here. Most likely it's going to be you, Chef. If we break higher, guys, I will be looking for buys here. Just letting you know. Field imbalance, it'll be a nice sweep of liquidity here. Remember, this is a low level supply zone, right? I'm not looking for a limit order here. The best I will even do here is if we get a reaction and we push lower, then we could take a short to take it down into liquidity. That is the best that we can do here. Yeah, some people got wrecked today. Some people got wrecked today, I know it. It's only 10. I have 2 more hours before my trading window closes for these, so we'll see what happens. Mm, 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 mm. Come on. We were just doing so good last week. We don't need the momentum to slow down now. We probably are going to come for this and just fill this today. That's probably going to be the move for today. Price action just looks very, very slow this morning. Got 2 hours left. So we definitely can see a nice movement. I don't think JP Morgan has woken up yet. Need him to get into these markets. Need movement. We need movement. Upside, downside. Yeah, if you're over here on the 1 minute trying to trade these, you're most likely getting wrecked today. You're most likely getting wrecked. I don't blame you for looking for those opportunities, but definitely got to be patient. The main reason why I wouldn't say the main reason why I am more cautious today versus like yesterday or the previous days before is, guys, we've been just going higher for like we've been going higher just straight up. At some point we're going to get a retracement at some point. So seeing that and also seeing how weak this morning was versus the previous days, right? Just kind of see, that's another reason why I think we can get a pullback. Plus yesterday we created such just a violent move on a Monday. So that's another reason why, right? That we could see that bearish push today. So that was the main thing that I was looking for as I came into today. When I woke up and I analyzed this prior to getting on this live, I was expecting the bearish movement to come fill these gaps down here that was created yesterday. But because of how bullish the market is, I'm not going to neglect the bullish price action, right? We never neglect the bullish price action. All right, we never neglect the trend. The trend is your friend. So if the market does turn around and we get a nice push, we will definitely take advantage of that. Definitely. But we just got to be cautious until it breaks out. And if we don't get a breakout, if we don't get an impulse, we don't get a 5-minute imbalance, I'm not taking a trade today. And that'll be it for today. So far, we're up for the week. We took a win yesterday. Today, if we don't take a trade, we just don't take a trade. What I need to happen is for these pairs to lock in. If GU is going to give us a setup today, perfect, right? We can take, if we don't come down here, I'm going to leave this because this still can be a valid limit order. I'm going to leave this down here. Once we break this high right here, about time we start getting some movements, I will actually just take the buy from this candle. EU, about time. I wish we would have taken out Asian lows, but I like the push. About time we take out this high. And I was trying to look for buys to take out these highs anyways, but markets do not like me this. Let's see. Potential shorts. That's liquidity, man. What is this? U-Chef. There's no point. U-Chef is going to get into this demand zone today, so I'm going to just go ahead and just add this here anyways. It's not the same. It's calculated by points, but I don't really calculate the loss size. Like I said, I use Trade Locker. So as soon as I put in my stop loss, I put in my take profit. Well, as soon as I put in my entry, my stop loss, it automatically calculates it for me. I just put how much I want to risk, and it just automatically calculates the loss size, bro. I'm pretty sure most platforms have that now, where they just automatically calculate your lot size depending on how much you're risking. So it really depends. I'd miss a lot of entries if I try to calculate my own lot size, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Because usually especially on futures, I'm just market executing, and then as soon as I execute, it just automatically places the lot size for me, bro. But these are calculated by points. Gold, I'm bullish on gold, bro. That's funny. If you were here yesterday, well, not yesterday, well, yesterday too. If you're watching the market analysis yesterday and earlier today, I just told you guys look for buys on gold to take out this gap. Literally. If you're here probably 30 minutes or maybe 45 minutes ago when we covered gold, look for buys to take out this gap right here. You're too late. If you're looking for buys right now, you're too late. The buying opportunities was either down here, right, inside of the discounted pricing, or earlier over here while the market was just sitting here and not going lower. All right. Do not try to buy right here. The target is right here. Okay, because at that point you're just kind of chasing the market. It's just FOMO at that point. All right. But what I can see happen here on gold is one or two things is going to happen. If we just invalidate this gap and we just break through it and we just go higher, I can see the market slowly retracing before we just continue pushing. If we come up here, we just fill it and we reject, then I can see us coming back down here into equilibrium at the 50%. Look for another accumulation like you see here. Look for the market to slow down, and then you can see another push. And then that next push is most likely going to be the main push. All right. If this is going to be the main push that takes us to this high, we're just going to break past this area and not even respect it. Okay. But the best buying opportunities was in discounted pricing down here at the 71, right? That's the fibs from this low to this high. That was the best area to buy this market. I think that was during London session as well. Yeah, during London session. Ugly accumulation that we got. We got a type 4. It's just a heads and shoulders. But we did take out Asian lows, and you can kind of see we came back, we mitigated it, and that was your best entry at the 71. But yeah, we're going to come and fill this gap. That was the main thing that I told you guys to look for if you're trading gold. Just come and target this gap right here. We're still bullish overall. Like, we're just, come on. No joke. Once we recover 3,500, 4,000 is definitely going to be the next target. Hold on, guys. I have to keep coming back to these. You just never know. The movement can happen in the middle out of nowhere. So I have to keep an eye up. There it goes. NAS. ES still looking good. It's like they don't know where they want to go today. It's funny. NAS actually looking good. ES is looking So this is why I look at multiple. This is why I look at all of them, guys. So you see here on NAS how we just have this clear 5 minute. Yeah, we're on the 5 minute. We have this clear 5 minute right here. Right? Boom. ES, there's no 5 minute. US 30, there's no 5 minutes. So if this market was to just take off today, I would trade NAS because NAS has the imbalance. That's how I go about choosing between them. And if all of them have the imbalance, then I just pick my favorite one, which is usually US 30. Or whichever one has the more confluences, whatever, right? Usually they're moving the same direction, but most of the time they'll have like different price action. All right, now, so you already showed the imbalance. Are we going to confirm it? Go to the 15-minute real quick. We're having a 15-minute closure. It'd be nice. The open is over here. A break of the open would really be nice. Break of the open, leaving the imbalance. It's probably going to be our entry there. Let's move it down to the open. Okay, we're finally getting the movements that we're looking for. Just here. I wish TradingView had like a voice chat. I'd be like super cool. That'd be very cool. For those that are in here, how long have you been trading? How long have you guys been trading? I'm going into 6 years now. 6 years. Well, I started back in like high school, so I would say 2019 I started. I didn't really start trading till like 2021. Like seriously trading till like 2021. So, but I've known about Forex and trading since 2019. So I would say 5 years, going into 6 years. EU. Had one job. Had one job, man. GU did it, and you did not. One job. Let me search up like something wild. Let's go to G Chef. Let's see what's going on here. I haven't looked at this in like forever. Reaccumulation. Did we sweep the lows? Barely. Barely swept the lows here. I don't even think we pulled back into 50%. Yeah, we didn't even make it into 50%. That's just a reaccumulation. Left Asian highs. We swept these highs for here. We're getting a nice push. I see bearish until we get down here. Just back into this whole area here too. Please deceive me. Hold on. Hold on. Do my eyes deceive me? Oh, brother. That's the imbalance that we create today. That's great. It's better than nothing. It's better than nothing. The only way I'll take a trade from here, guys, is, well, there goes the imbalance. The only way I would have taken a trade from there, if this still respects it, is if we would have respected that and we would have broke higher past this high. But the fact that we're even breaking past it, it's probably just over now. Yeah, I don't think we take anything today. Going into 10:30, we got an hour and 30 minutes left. It's looking rough so far for futures today. Telling you guys, some people probably hit some stops today trading the 1 minute imbalances. And this is why I avoid the 1 minute imbalances. Oh, we got a nice rejection. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. 1 second. 1 second. You can do it. Let's just put an alert up here just in case. All right, let's see what other pairs we can break down real quick. What's another one that I haven't looked at? Somebody throw out a pair real quick. I just want to see. I need to see a pair that has a great setup. So I didn't start becoming profitable until 2023. Before then, it was just a lot of just either it was break even, just unprofitable months, or just a lot of missed trades. So consistently profitable until like the end of 2023. So I say it took me, what, 2 years of just mistakes until I actually start. I mean, and within those 2 years, you would like have, I know a lot of traders have it like one day you just make some profit, next day you'll lose all of it or you'll blow your account. Next day you'll probably make a little bit and then lose your account again, or you're just, it's either straight losses or you're break even, or you'll make some profit and then you'll lose it, right? You're still unprofitable. That whole area is unprofitable, right? Consistently profitable where you're making percentage every single month, right? That's what you're looking for. So I didn't achieve that until like the end of 2023. And that's when I actually like formed a trading plan, and I did the boring stuff of trading around that time. Right, that's when I locked in. I had to actually form a trading plan. I had to actually back test, journal, and do all the boring stuff. It's when you do the boring stuff, that's when you'll start seeing the results, because you'll start logging yourself and you'll actually see where you're making your mistakes. So yeah, just do the boring stuff. Just back test, just journal, for a test. Actually test out your strategy. Take your time, right? I think the main thing for me around that time was I was too busy just trying to make a lot of money too fast instead of taking my time. And that was the problem. So because I was trying to make a lot of money too fast, just because in trading you can make so much, so I guess that euphoria of how much money you can make and everything like that, I was always just trying to make money. I wasn't even trying to back test. I wasn't trying to forward test. I wasn't trying to set up a strategy. I wasn't trying to set up a trading plan. It was just trying to just get there as fast as possible, and that actually slowed me down a lot. So it's not until you slow down and you take the time, build a strategy, build a journal, build a foundation, and build a risk management plan, actually do the boring stuff, that's when you'll actually start seeing the results. Like, I'd say like 3 years from now, today I would have been trying to look for a trade so bad, but today I'm just calm, I'm just chilling. I know what I'm looking for. So that's why you can kind of, you're not seeing me in any trades right now. You see how I'm looking for specific things. It's that boring routine. Because every morning, like even when I'm not on live, I'm just sitting here, guys, just sitting here chilling, waiting for a setup or waiting for the market to confirm my rules. Back then, I would have just tried to hop into a trade, like really, like I would just try to hop into something. But now it's just patience, right? Because I have a trading plan, I have rules, I have everything. I've already back tested it. I know it works. So now it's basically easy because I'm technically not trading. My trading plan is trading. So as soon as I see my rules follow, I just take the trade. But right now we don't see any rules. Well, we don't see enough confirmation to take any trades right now. So we're just chilling. And it's that right there. That right there. That's what makes you profitable, right? When you can just sit there and be disciplined and wait for the market. And because I know a lot of you probably go on, you go on social media, you see some people took a trade today, or you see somebody, it might be the exact same pair that you're trading or the exact same asset, and you see somebody took a trade and you're like, man, how come I didn't get a trade today? Da, 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 right? And that person probably just has a different strategy than you. They probably just have a different, risk management, different profile than you, and you didn't get a setup, but they got a setup. And then you'll come back and start testing you'll start trying to test their rules, or it's just that kind of spiral into, and that all leads back to just being impatient, right? You just need to be patient. I've had weeks. Well, last week I took like what? Last week, the week before last week, we took like what? We took 3 wins. I took 3 wins. We had 5 winning setups, but I only took 3 of those setups. Right. That week I made 9% on my account. Last week I took 3 losses. So I lost so I had a profitable week and then I had an unprofitable week. Last week was an unprofitable week. But the week before that, I made 9%. Last week I lost 3%. So I'm still up 6% on, right? I'm still up 6%. So it's kind of that right there. And then like this week, I'm not sure what's going on this week. I haven't taken anything yet. So we'll see what happens this week. But it's kind of that right there. You're going to have those weeks where it's like, boom, you make money, and then you have weeks where you lose money, right? And it's basically just you following your trading plan and just following the inside trading. Because, I mean, every win or every loss is not a bad thing, okay? Every loss is not a bad thing, guys. So it's just that core trust in your trading plan, really. Because I mean, even last week, so we took some losses last week. I'm still trading the exact same thing this week. The exact same setups that I took losses on last week, the exact same setups that I'm looking for. And those exact same setups are the setups that made me win the previous week, right? So it's just continuously trusting yourself and trusting that strategy, trusting your trading plan, and just really that confidence and just believing in it, to be honest. Just being able to follow it day in, day out. Show up every day, just be consistent. It's boring, but that's the way to go, literally. And that was only on Forex. I mean, on futures, so far we're on a 5 win streak on futures so far. So on futures, we're up like 10% so far in the last 2 weeks. Yeah, on the last 2 weeks, 5 win streak. We took some losses the previous week before that. I took some L's, and then since then I haven't lost. So yeah, 5 win streak so far. Was trying to make it 6 today, but looks like we might not even get a setup today. Yeah, so yeah, 5. I'm only going for a 1 to 2, so 2 times 5 is 10%. We might be able to make it 6 actually once these markets start moving. NAS is still looking good. We're actually respecting the 5 minute. Oh my gosh. About time we start moving. All right, how do we want to take this today? What do we want to do? Should we wait? Should we wait for the market to confirm this high? We definitely should. ES is still looking kind of ugly. I like that though. I do. So go to the. We could have potentially our stop underneath here. Yeah, NAS definitely might be the one for today. Yes, US 30. Have nice liquidity at the highs. Okay. 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 About time. About time. All right. Here's what we're going to do. 5 more minutes. Wait for this candle to close. 15-minute. No need to rush it. Nice 15-minute here. Are we mitigating anything that I could just jump into? Not. Did hold that area though. Stop. All right, I'm gonna execute this. Stop loss is gonna go underneath this candle. Yeah, we're gonna execute here. Hold on. Don't leave just yet, please. Need you to stay right there, Nas. 15-minute. So yeah, stop is gonna go underneath this 15-minute candle. I like the fact that we just respected this here. It was an ugly. It's not the best 5-minute imbalance in the world, but it's better than nothing. And the market is already bullish as well, so that's another reason. We swept the liquidity today as well. All right. I was going to wait for another 5-minute imbalance, but I don't really need that today. That's just extra confirmation. And if this doesn't go, most likely today is just not going to be just a bullish day, honestly. Let me see exactly where I got into this at. 2137. Wow, it's exactly at the high. That's amazing. We're probably going to endure some drawdown here, just because I executed this at the top of this. But it's okay. And then now we're going to form this nice imbalance here that we're going to cover as well. So we'll already have our imbalance here in the next 2 minutes. Let me see exactly where this entry is at so I can get it accurate. So we have the imbalance anyways. So either way, this trade would have been confirmed. And sometimes I'll do that with this because sometimes this market will not come back to fill the imbalance. I'm not going to lie to you. Sometimes we do, sometimes we don't. You just never know. But as long as I see the imbalance, that's all that matters to me. Definitely ready to endure some drawdown here. Just because of how aggressive this trade was. It's a big stop. So 1 minute here. Target's going to be at the high. We'll see what happens. That's the trade for the day. On swept the lows here. Yeah, that's the trade for the day, guys. Stop loss at the 15-minute low, which is going to close in like 40 seconds. That will also confirm this nice 5-minute imbalance right here. So that confirms once this 35 seconds close, 30 seconds close, we'll have a confirmed trade. So we basically have a sweep of the lows, and we already have a 5-minute imbalance here that was respected. You can kind of see the market rejected here. We went higher, and we're going to have our next confirmation, which is going to be this 5-minute here. So this is just going to cover this entire 5-minute. And if the market breaks this, the day is over, right? I'm going to expect this to continue lower. So this is the only buy opportunity here that I see that would kind of work today, unless we just want to come down and fill all of this gap here. And if we do that, then that'll just be the only trade for me today, and we'll just take that. So, yep, that'd be it. I'm going to target up here. I'm going to go break even at a 1-to-1, which is around right there. I'm gonna send alert right there to go break even. Break. Well, I'll just make it easier. Now, trust me, the better entry would definitely, if you do want to wait for that would definitely come out of this 5-minute imbalance. That'd be the safer entry. But like I said, sometimes the market does not even want to come back for that. So just the fact that I've seen the imbalance is the reason why I'm taking it. And I'm okay with this. I'm okay with this trade. We're targeting highs here. It's a nice trade. Nice target. If this target was like just crazy, then I would have definitely waited. But this is not bad. I believe ES is going to give a setup as well. Well, yeah, ES definitely gave a setup here as well. There goes ES here. 5-minute. ES might be a little bit cleaner. US 32. But I've already executed now, so I'm not going to look for anything else. Now we chill. We chill and wait. Let the market do its thing. It's either going to be TP or it's going to be stop loss. Pull them back up. Euro USD. Higher. Higher, 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 higher. We're still bullish. 4-hour time frame, bullish. Right, 4-hour structure is bullish. 1-hour structure is bullish. The only thing that's not bullish, guys, is the order flow. That's the only thing. So I'm not taking aggressive trades on EU until we break this high, which that's probably going to happen by the end of today. This high right here. This is all I've been waiting for. Once we do that, I will be taking aggressive entries towards the upside to take this highs and to take these highs, right? Just all of this liquidity that's sitting up here, I will be looking to target those. And honestly, I'm going to have a limit order right here once we invalidate this high. It's a nice setup. We have manipulation of liquidity. We filled imbalance. Right, manipulation here. Boom. We filled the rest of this imbalance right here. This is a 9 a.m. candle. All we need is to change the character, and we have inducement right here. So it looks pretty nice. Looks pretty nice. I gotta scan the stop loss for this and see what's it gonna look like. Definitely don't want too much of a huge stop loss here, but I'll close my eyes. I'm already knowing it's gonna be something major. All right. 63, 70, 70, 70, 70, 70, 70. Oh, that's just crazy. We're gonna have to scale this down a little bit. I'm probably gonna take the 50% of this, honestly. It's not what I want to do, but that's insane. I don't even think we'll make it to the 50%. That's the thing. I have a gap down there. Yeah, those highs were easy targets. I have a gap down here. We could make it. Did we fill this gap? Hold on. I want to see something real quick. I had to make sure. I had to double check this. Hold on. I forgot the name. Where are we at? 60. Aha, we do have a gap down here. Okay. Okay. All right. So we could make it down here. We could, potentially, right? There's a chance. We have a chance. So 40 pip stop loss, it's a lot better. The take profit is a lot better. Take profit would just be right here at this high. It's a lot better. I still have doubts. I definitely think we'll just tap this and leave. But we're gonna hope. All right, I'm gonna leave this here. I'm gonna keep this here in mind. This is something I would take once we invalidate this high. GU is already confirmed for me. And I'll get into GU in a second because I'm already looking for buys on GU. Inducement area. All right, I'll leave that like that. I'll put this. I'll give you there. GU's already confirmed for me, so I'm already looking for buys on GU. We've already gave the change of character, right? You see EU didn't do it, but GU already did it. And honestly, I took an L on GU last week. Took an L right here, trying to take this higher to target this liquidity and this liquidity. And you see that we came for that liquidity anyways. Great. But we took an L right here because we got the change of character. So I was already looking for buys on GU. All right. And we got the sweep here again. So this is the next area I was looking for buys. But this morning, and what we're doing right now, we're creating another setup for me. We swept Asian lows again. So once we break this high and we, you know, close above this high, I will take my next buy from this area here. Yeah, I'm looking for buys on GU too. Looks like we might be taking our first L here. I need these markets to lock in. Need y'all to lock in. Said if we break this, we're most likely just going to come lower for the rest of the day. Might look for a selling opportunity if it presents itself, but we'll see. Yeah, we might be done for today. Unfortunate. After hours, after an hour of just moving around, we finally want to come lower. That's amazing. GG's, I think that's the end of our win streak, guys. I don't think I want shorts either. I just don't like today's price action. Hold on, JP Morgan might have saved us. Hold on. 1 second. Oh, come on. I would have been a beautiful wick. Nah, I don't think it's gonna happen. That was an aggressive fall. What time is it? It's 11. Let's see what's going on here. There's nothing important going on. Yeah, we're just getting cooked. $30 minutes. Oh, that's a terrible close. That's a terrible close. That's okay. Come on. I need the market to explode from here. That's the only way we get saved. Not like this, Nas. Not like this. We have hope. We have hope, but looking pretty grim. It's looking pretty grim. We're getting into the last hour of our trading time, so this is probably going to be the only trade we take today. It's a nice close. It's now or never, honestly. It is now or never. Look at NVIDIA real quick. What's going on? Come on. Apple. Yeah, we might be cooked. We don't have any news to bail us out. This is just strictly raw price action today. Yeah, sorry, looks the ugliest out of them all. I'm gonna just go ahead and just start drawing this now. Asian lows manipulated. And just start journaling now. Just add it to the journal. Asian lows manipulated. What do we have a lot of imbalance down here. It's not a good sign. Put that down there. Oh, a good sign. Can't spell. Missing anything? All right. It's there. All right, we got it journaled. And now just wait. And that's the before. We'll see what the after looks like. If it's the stop loss, we'll just record the same thing. Journal the same thing. We need these buy orders to come in. I need JP Morgan to just buy. Just buy. Buy. That's what we need. Need to see buy orders. I don't want to end our streak right here. Not today. I'm actually on the call a little bit longer than usual too for today. Speaking of that, actually. Gotta do something here. Full screen real quick. Take a picture of this real quick, guys. Get a better picture than that. Way better picture than that. Anybody have any questions? I'm gonna end the call soon. Not right now. We're just chilling right now. Trying to get some screenshots of this real quick. Make sure I have it for the future. Just in case somehow we get saved on this. Even though I don't think we will. But we'll see. Maybe we'll get lucky today. These pictures are coming out hideous right now. I'm a little bit of a perfectionist, guys. Trying to get a certain angle. Trying to make sure I get the whole analysis in here. All right, if we're gonna take a stop loss, we might as well get a great picture of it. I'll just take it from all the way back here. And I'll just edit it later. All right. All right, JP Morgan, come on. Let's see the buy orders. We might be saved. As long as we can make it to break even, we'll be all right. Might be saved. It's not looking. Let me see. Let's see. Let me scan. Okay, yes, looking a lot better. US 30 looking a lot better. I love that movement. We might be saved this morning. I hope. Let me stop looking at it. Anybody has anything? Any pairs you want me to look at? That's pretty much all I'm covering today, guys. So please let me know. I'm gonna end this shortly. I just want to see if this is gonna be a stop loss or not, so I can actually show you guys if it's gonna be or not. If we break past this high right here, then I'll have more confidence we'll continue higher. So I'll see. Right, I'm gonna give it a little bit more time so you guys can watch this with me. Meantime, I'll be over here chilling. I'm gonna keep the analysis up until the trade hits stop loss or a TP if that happens, so I can get the before and after. We got about like 40 minutes until my trading window closes, so most likely this is going to be the only trade we take today on futures. Usually after 12 p.m., guys, there's really no point. If you didn't get an entry by then, most likely you're just going to be stuck. Either if the market's really good, you'll probably get an entry after 12, but most of the time, it's not even worth looking for an entry after that time, guys. So I just stop trading after that time. So if I'm not in a trade by that time, I'm not looking for anything else. I'm allowed to take 2 losses in a day. So that's why I'm saying we probably won't be able to take another trade today if whatever happens here. The price action looks kind of slow. So not sure what this is going to do. We could just stay here for the rest of the day. That could happen too, which would be the worst case scenario because that's not what I want to happen. I'd rather this just hit stop loss so I can go about my day than just sitting here for the rest of the day. Yes, coming down to it's a nice imbalance here on US 30. 15-minute. This man does look crazy. Yep, looks like it's just one of those days. One of those days. Somehow we're still in this. Somehow we are still here. Stop loss or TP, guys. No in between. I'm sorry about that. That was my my cap here. I want to ear rape any of you guys. Come on. I'm gonna pause the music. All right. Not sure what's gonna happen here. Got 30 minutes left. before our trading window closes. We're gonna have to hold this trade. Usually I'm out of the trade by my time, but today is one of those days. We're gonna see what happens. Yeah, we're gonna see what happens. This market could really go either way for me. Since this morning, I was looking at two different ways this market could go as well. We ended up looking for longs. Now we're here, and now we're stuck here. So we're just gonna have to kind of just sit and wait it out. I'm gonna sit and wait it out until further notice. Are we actually gonna go lower? Are we actually gonna push lower? More up pushes on GJ. We just need more and more and more. EU, same thing. GU, just need more up pushes here. U-Chef's about to tap into this demand zone. So make sure you guys are watching this here. I know, bro. I know. I've been in this trade since hold on. But yeah, U-Chef right here, this demand zone, definitely looking for buys. But bro, I've been in this trade. Yeah, it's about to be an hour since I got into this trade, bro. I'm ready. I'm ready to get out of this trade now. I'm just ready for it to go. Either just hit stop loss or just go higher so I can break even. The second option, I would love the second option a lot better, but either way, I just wanted to move so I can actually just leave the charts for the day. I really don't want to be sitting here. Did you take anything today, Adrian? I'd be really surprised if this turns around. Like super surprised. Not even lying. You took a loss on NQ. You took this. Oh, you had a tight top loss. You had a tight stop. Yeah. We almost got stopped out too earlier. My stop loss was underneath the 15-minute candle. Probably are gonna get stopped out. Hopefully we do, so I can leave. That'll be our first loss for the week. But yeah, my stop loss went underneath the 15-minute candle here. Simply because we had a imbalance down here earlier on the 5-minute. It's very, very small. It's right here, right? This imbalance right here that got respected. And this was that first, candle that kind of just gave us that rejection towards the upside. So I'll put my stop loss underneath that candle, which was that 15-minute low. So as soon as that closed up, right, we took the entry up here, stop loss right here, and now we're just kind of stuck in the middle. The reason why I do think this most likely will go lower is we just have nice imbalance down here. So I think it's going to be easier for the market to just fall for the rest of the day and fill up most of this imbalance. And then tomorrow, right? Tomorrow we can get an easy, possibly buy opportunity inside of this area. I'm not closing the trade. I'm not cutting losses. I'm not doing none of that. It's either stop loss or it's going to be take profit. It's one or the other. We're gonna ride until the ship sinks. You know how buy or short on you talking about Euro USD? Buy, and I'll go over Euro USD for you in a second. If you're talking about Euro, just confirm that for me. You know how I would say annoyed it would be if I was to cut losses and later I come back to the charts and we're like all the way up here after waiting this long? No. I'll just take the stop loss, bro. Doesn't know where it wants to go, man. Don't fall asleep on me, man. But are you talking about EU? If you're talking about EU, I can go over that real quick. Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, bro. So it's 3 days. Well, it's supposed to be 3 days. Not gonna lie, sometimes I do not turn the live on. I be trading, I just don't turn the live on sometimes. I be locked in sometimes, not gonna lie to you. But it's Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. I have to be more consistent. About time. All right. Looks like we are just gonna take the L today, guys. Sadly, but finally I can leave. I think we're all just gonna go lower for the rest of the day. Once we hit it, we'll. Where's that 5 minutes right there? Once we hit that, take my last screenshot of the before and after for the trade journal. I have like 15 minutes until the end of my trading time, so I'm not going to be looking for shorts. If the market wanted to come lower, why didn't we just do that when we opened? That's what I was looking for in the first place. All this imbalance down here. There's no way we ignore that, right? Don't do this. Don't do this. Today's just a funny day. There's no way. Those days. Adrian, are we talking about EU, bro? Because in the next like 10 minutes, I'm just gonna get off at 12. I'll chill here for another, what time is it? Yeah, I'll chill here for another 10, 12 minutes. Any last minute questions? Anybody got anything? Any pairs I didn't go over? Any pairs that you want me to go over? Because this is ridiculous. Ridiculous. Like Adrian fell asleep. Seriously. I don't blame him. No questions? Nobody got nothing? All right. Well, this was the day. I'm gonna, of course, update this. Post a picture. Oh, I posted a picture on my Instagram already. Um, Tell people to vote whether it was gonna be a TP or stop loss. So the end result will be posted there. So we'll see what happens, and I'll let you guys know tomorrow as well. Okay. Pretty boring day today, guys, as you can kind of see. We do have our setups that are forming on the pairs. Okay, once those do confirm themselves, I will send those into the Discord. I already sent the GU buy limit order that I was taking. If the next trade confirms for GU, then I'll send that order as well. But that's pretty much it for me today, guys. Thank you for being here. I know today wasn't that exciting, but thank you for being here. I will see you guys tomorrow around the same time. Peace out.